RFK Jr. denies eating a dog while sidestepping sexual assault allegations in Vanity Fair article. High ceilings linked to poorer exam results for university students. Japan declares victory in RFK Jr. denies eating a dog while sidestepping sexual assault allegations in Vanity Fair article. High ceilings linked to poorer exam results for university students. Japan declares victory in effort to end government use of floppy disks.
Police arrested a man they say shot a Walmart drone. Armed Americans could pose a headache for air deliveries. Chinese woman facing charge of trying to smuggle turtles across Vermont Lake to Canada.
Find the gene that protects people in southern China, Southeast Asia against obesity. New mRNA technology turns cells into long-lasting drug factories. In the U.S., FDA to ban BVO, additive found in some fruity sodas and sports drinks.
Iraqi president ratifies controversial anti-LGBTQ+ law. 3 months ago, Iraq passes harsh anti-LGBTQ+ law imposing up to 15 years in prison, drawing backlash. Latin America celebrates diversity with pride parades. In Germany, pharmacists may not refuse to sell the morning after pill. U.S. judge blocks Biden rule adding gender identity protections to healthcare. Japan's top court rules forced sterilization law unconstitutional. Millions of OnlyFans paywalls make it hard to detect child sex abuse, cops say.
India is slowly but surely climbing its way to the top as a medical tourist destination, say experts. Wildfires hit 600,000 hectares in eastern Russia, and Russia declares state of emergency in 2 regions due to forest fires.
Korea to launch population ministry to address low birth rates, aging population. Swedes take a new step in parental leave. Grandparents can now get paid to take care of grandkids. More China provinces to cover IVF in effort to boost births.
Chinese Premier Li Qiang calls for nations to bridge intelligence gap in AI. China science body lists digital humans and optical chips among key challenges. U.S. awards $504 million for tech hubs in overlooked regions.
Microsoft MS-HTML flaw exploited to deliver Merck spyware tool. Fake bat loader malware spreads widely through drive-by download attacks. South Korean ERP vendor's server hacked to spread store malware.
Global police operation shuts down 600 cybercrime servers linked to Cobalt strike. Israeli entities targeted by cyberattack using Donut and Sliver frameworks. 384,000 sites pull code from sketchy code library recently bought by Chinese firm. Microsoft's AI boss thinks it's perfectly okay to steal content if it's on the open web. Quora's chatbot platform Poe allows users to download paywalled articles on demand. Apple's privacy-focused AI gets seal of approval from investors. Sega sees net loss of 6.6 billion yen due to business restructuring in Europe and cancelled games. Google Chrome to block and trust SSL certificates, starting November 2024. Cable Matters launches the world's first Thunderbolt 5 cable with enhanced performance.
China calls on scientists of all nations to study lunar samples, but notes obstacle with the U.S., and reportedly, samples from moon's far side thicker, stickier. Lego-made bricks out of meteorite dust, and they're on display at select stores. Robotic version of Indian space station by 2028, announces ISRO chief to Indie TV.
FAA clears takeoff for Las Vegas Desert Airport, space tourism hub to launch soon. India seeks to join planetary mission ahead of Apophis asteroid passing close to Earth. New models suggest Milky Way is not as packed with stars as previously thought.
Caparat spyware disguised as popular apps threatens Android users. Juniper Networks flings out emergency patches for perfect TIN router vulnerability. Patelco Credit Union ransomware attack halts banking services for nearly 500,000 members.
Cloudflare debuts one-click nuke of web scraping AI. Brazil blocks Meta from using social media posts to train AI. In Indonesia, Cominfo's Aptica Director General resigns after national data center hack, and hackers offer surprise apology after ransomware attack on Indonesian government data centers.
Threads hits 175 million users after a year. Indian Twitter rival Coup shuts down after failed acquisition talks. Helldivers 2 loses 90% of its PC player base in just 5 months. Tenerife to combat traffic chaos with island-wide train network. China's Velvet Ant hackers caught exploiting new zero-day exploit in Cisco devices. Indian software firms' products hacked to spread data-stealing malware. New OpenSSH vulnerability could lead to RCE as root on Linux systems.
Google blames AI as its emissions grow instead of heading to net zero. Proton debuts privacy-focused alternative to Google Docs and Microsoft Word that rejects AI assistance. AI trains on kids' photos even when parents use strict privacy settings. ChatGPT macOS app spotted storing conversations in plain text. OpenAI reportedly rolls out update. Hackers abused API to verify millions of Authy MFA phone numbers, and Twilio warns Authy users of imminent social engineering attacks after hackers got hold of phone numbers. Infostilla logs reveal identities of 3,300 consumers of child abuse material.
OpenAI CEO Sam Altman anticipates GPT-5 as a significant leap forward over GPT-4, which occasionally goes off the rails, with mistakes even a 6 years old wouldn't make. YouTube now lets you request removal of AI-generated content that simulates your face or voice. China-led resolution on artificial intelligence passes in United Nations General Assembly.
Chinese private spaceflight company accidentally launches reusable rocket into the side of a mountain. Japan successfully launches an advanced Earth observation satellite on its new flagship H-3 rocket. CERN's Atlas experiment releases 65 terabytes of open data for research.
Summaries use 10 times more energy than just doing a normal Google search. Meta changes its made with AI labels after backlash from users over accuracy. Metal Gear Solid movie script still being worked on, producer says. Sega's new Crazy Taxi reboot will be an open-world MMO. Nintendo says it wants to avoid Switch 2 scalping by making enough to meet demand. Revenue from game subscriptions like Xbox Game Pass has barely grown in 2 years, potentially explaining Microsoft's studio closures.
New Satan Stealer malware steals browser cookies and passwords. Critical OpenSSH vulnerability threatens millions of Linux systems. Prudential Financial now says 2.5 million impacted by data breach.
EFF comments as hack of age verification company shows privacy danger of social media laws. Bots compose 42% of overall web traffic. Nearly 2/3 are malicious. Bot-like accounts spreading hate during UK election, announces an NGO. EU says Instagram's paid ad-free option breaches rules. Nvidia to face antitrust charges in France that could result in major fines, sources say. 3 million iOS and macOS apps were exposed to potent supply chain attacks. 4 of 5 Huawei AI chips defective as U.S. sanctions bite. China issues rare earth regulations to further protect domestic supply. India closing the gap in smartphone exports as China, Vietnam slows down.
Apple reclassifies iPhone X, HomePod, and original AirPods as vintage. MacBook owners with faulty butterfly keyboards to get payouts soon. Fortnite and Epic Games Store submitted to Apple for launch in the EU. Don Henley sues for return of notes, song lyrics from Eagles' classic album, Hotel California. Apple TV Plus continues to grow in the US, this time overtaking Paramount Plus. North Korea executed man for distributing K-pop. Report from defectors shows. Blackpink star Lisa pays Chinatown shopkeepers $540 each to shut street for video shoot. Bollywood superstar Shah Rukh Khan to be honored with Locarno Film Festival Career Award. 15-year-old known as God's Influencer to be first millennial saint after Pope approves canonization. Netflix is starting to phase out its cheapest ad-free plan. Internet Archive creates searchable MTV News database after Paramount deletes entire site. Diddy is reportedly trying to sell his LA mansion that was raided by federal agents for $70 million.
Spotify removes Russian artists who support Ukraine war. Rapper BG ordered to have all future songs approved by U.S. government. In Germany, Turkish players right-wing, Wolf, goal celebration sparks furor, and Turkey summons German envoy in row over Demirel's nationalist gesture. Turkey's Mary Demirel facing banned over Wolf celebration in win over Austria.
Hunter Biden sues Fox News over explicit images featured in a streaming series. Netflix's Ancient Apocalypse scraps U.S. filming plans after outcry from Native American groups. In Japan, solo wedding trend captures glam photos, no partner required.
Fossils show huge salamander-like predator with